Welcome back to the Atlanta Falcons franchise. Season 2 is finally here as we are at the preseason. I'm going to be going through all 4 games of the preseason, recapping them all. It's going to be a very long video, but it is our first chance to look at all 7 of our draft picks, including Jermichael Pruitt, our first overall pick, along with some of the undrafted players and free agents I brought in. I'm going to try and get through this very quickly. As to start off the day, Rashid Eggman into the backfield already, coming off a 7-sack season as he ended up being a Pro Bowler along with Jonathan Babineau. On 3rd and 22, that is Desmond Trufant, the star corner. He's got a new buddy in the backfield that you will be introduced to a little bit later on. Under center though, on 3rd and 8, pass to Devontae Freeman on the outside. He fights forward but not able to pick up the first down. So our rookie kicker, Darren Kinney, will come on. A chip shot field goal is good as Matt Bryant did retire in the offseason. So now a 3-0 lead. Austin Davis to the outside. Jared Boykin on the catcher they signed in the offseason. Brought down by Ronaldo Golden, our 4th round pick. He got beat on the coverage, however. Carol Felton, a 4th round pick, goes for a nice run right there. Him, Freeman, and even Quayshawn McClendon, our 3rd round pick, will all get some carries in the regular season. The preseason is just going to decide who gets the most of the carries. It's probably going to be pretty even though, with Carroll and Freeman getting a majority of the carries. But a nice stop right there on the run game. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for Austin Davis, who will be the Texans' starting quarterback. He steps up in the pocket all day to throw. No pressure. He finally finds DeAndre Hopkins, and the Texans will settle for a field goal. So now pass to the outside for Julio Jones. He's coming off a 91 catch, 1,000+ yard season along with 9 touchdowns. Did not go to the Pro Bowl, however, but Matt Ryan goes down. J.J. Watt in on the sack. He's a very tough player to stop. Now the give goes to Devontae Freeman, trying to get to the outside. He gets a great block from Hankerson, another signee, and Freeman fighting down the sideline, showing you why he deserves a lot of carries. So now Quayshawn McClendon in the game as the backups are in, and he will go up the middle of the field for a 6-yard gain. Like I said, he was our 3rd round pick. He was the #1 overall prospect in the draft as Sean Renfree goes down by Tyson, another rookie. Our pass protection has not been very good so far, but Kenny on for another attempt, this one a little longer. A 46-yard field goal is right down the middle. He has a very strong leg, but not the most accurate kicker. A great play right there from Marquise Sproul. He's very good in the run game. Kind of questionable in the passing game though. Now to the outside, that's TJ Yates, almost intercepted by Golden. Makes a nice play on the ball, however. Yates signed with them in the offseason after we let him go, as Quayshawn McClendon goes forward for a nice gain. It is now 3rd down for Renfree. A quick throw and a nice catch by Leonard Hankerson. He held onto the ball. He was another signee to compete. He might even be a wide receiver starter on the outside for us, as Roddy White has really decreased in his speed. He is down really low on his speed, so that'll be something to definitely keep an eye on. But to the outside now for Devin Hester. He makes a nice catch and makes a man miss. It'll be interesting to see what he can do as a receiver. He didn't play a whole ton last year as a receiver. But this is an undrafted player right here, Markeith Holland. A very fast player with a good bit of height, but his hands are quite questionable. But Devin Hester gets destroyed across the middle, and he is down on the play, and his day will be done. So TJ Yates back on offense. Pressure gets there, and a great play. That is Dosha Bradford, our 7th round pick. He is another corner with some nice speed and size. Down the field, it's intercepted by Ronaldo Golden, and that is a very nice play. It's a couple of nice plays he's made on the ball after being beaten coverage one time. 1st and 5 for Renfree to the outside, and Markeith Holland, like I said, questionable hands. He let that one get away from him. Now 3rd and 5 for Renfree to the outside. It's intercepted, intended for Artis Payne, one of our receivers who he drafted in the 4th round, a very raw receiver. 1st and 10 for Yates, down the middle of the field, and once more Ronaldo Goldman making another huge play, trying to see what he can do on the return. Not much right there, but 2 interceptions in his first half as a professional player is very nice to see. So that is Tommy Boyette, another undrafted player. He's very quick, very agile, and can make you miss. Has some potential as a return man and as a slot receiver moving forward. From the pocket though, ending the first half as Renfree misses his receiver. Now back on 3rd and 10 to the outside. Holland able to hold on to that one. He runs right for the sideline, and now Kenny will come on to a field goal to end this half. Kick is away, and it is good. A 52-yard field goal, a very nice kick. So now Myron Mims, an undrafted quarterback with a strong arm, some nice athleticism, but does struggle with accuracy, is on. He picks up 7 on the read option play. Mims under center. He throws and finds Holland once more, so off to a very nice start. Other than the one drop and a couple of poor route running, he's done a nice job. To the outside, and just as you speak of positivity, it all goes wrong. A big drop right there on a very nice throw from Mims. So now Grimes to the outside. He's brought down by Tremaine Landrum, our 6th round pick, a 340 defensive tackle who has some nice strength, a nice pass rusher on the inside, but not great in the run game, so that'll be something if he wants to play more he's got to improve on. Alfred Blue into the end zone. He scores, as this is now a 13-12 game. If you didn't notice, I forgot to say this is a new stadium. A nice play right there from Marquise Sproul, reading the ball very well. But like I was saying, this is a new stadium. I built it last season. It's a dome similar to, I guess, what the Falcons will be moving into in a couple of years. Instead, I just moved it up so we could be in a new stadium and move out of the Georgia Dome. Quayshawn McClendon, though, to the outside. He's got some room to the 10, and he's pushed out of bounds to the 9-yard line. A nice make-you-miss move right there. To the end zone, and a great catch right there from Artis Payne. He went up and high-pointed it. A great catch. Like I said earlier, he's a very raw receiver. Not a great route runner, not good at getting off the line, but he has the size, some nice speed. First and 10, 18-13, after we weren't able to complete the 2-point conversion. To the outside, though, a wide open receiver. Now TJ Yates, pressure gets there, he gets the pass away to Rick Rogers as an injured Texan on the play. Actually make that Dosha Bradford, who is down. That's not something you really want to see. Like I said, 7th round corner, nice mix of size and speed, and is competing for some playing time, so that's not good to see him go down. But that play was made by Bashad Brownings. We're into the 4th quarter. He is an outside linebacker, very athletic, but not much else, as he is competing with Tyler Starr, but a wide open Grimes into the end zone. Pretty much no one on him. So now on offense, Connor Shaw into the game. A very nice throw and catch from Artis Payne and Connor Shaw. Shaw, a 2nd-year player who went undrafted last year and is a mobile quarterback, not the biggest arm, but is very accurate. It is now 3rd and 3. Carol Felton into the game. He gets the screen pass. He's got some room in front of him. Great block from Artis Payne, and he's into the end zone. We take the lead once more. A 25-21 game. An incredible play right there. TJ Yates, he goes down. Sacked by Malachi Goodman, the former Clemson Tiger, competing for a roster spot. A 4-point lead, over 2 minutes left. Down the field, it is incomplete. And now one more play on the day, 3rd and 6 with 20 seconds left. Devontae Freeman, he goes forward, and that will end the game. So we have some injuries. Devin Hester's out for 7 weeks with a broken collarbone, and Dosha Bradford suffered a torn shoulder labrum, and he's out 5 weeks. Sad to see both of those guys go down, especially Dosha Bradford. I thought he could have played pretty well for us, and now we have signed some undrafted players to compete for that bottom roster spot. So it is 2nd and 8 as Matt Ryan is on, and he is hit as he throws. Olivier Vernon in on that play. It is now 3rd and 8 for the starting offense, and Vernon once more, he finally does sack Matt Ryan. 2 quick plays, not great for our offensive line. To the outside for Dennis Pitta, and very poor coverage, not sure who that was, but he was brought down by Byron Maxwell. He was the guy I was talking about earlier. A new guy in the secondary for Desmond Trufant. Probably one of the best tandems on the outside for any team in the NFL. 3rd and long, pass to Steve Smith, and somehow he gets the first down. You gotta be kidding me, you have to make a better play than that. It is now 2nd and inches though. Give goes to Forsett, and he is into the end zone, a 7-0 lead for the Baltimore Ravens. 6.5 minutes left. Carol Felton is the back. He gets the carry, trying to get to the outside. He stiff arms the defender, a very nice play as he's able to pick up 9 yards. 3 wide set for Matt Ryan. Pressure gets there, but gets the pass away, and a great block from Julio Jones. A couple of nice blocks right there, and Douglas makes a man miss. He's the guy who's competing for a slot spot on our team, but Matt Ryan goes down once more. This time it's Williams in on the sack. So now 2nd and 1. Pass to Larry Donnell, who we signed in the offseason. Tight end was an area of concern last year as we had no one. Bear Pasco got most of the snaps, but he's not a receiving threat to any extent. And it was nice to sign Larry Donnell. Could be a nice player and take some pressure off our receivers and a little more added dynamic in our passing game as Devontae Freeman is into the end zone. A nice run to tie this game up at 7. So now the backups are in. Winning is in, and he breaks one tackle down the field. Somehow, that was an incredible play. Jacoby Jones, and we do have an injured player. Kelsey Quarles holding his knee, and his day is also done. So 2nd and 11 for Winning. All day to throw, no pressure whatsoever. Still no pressure. This is just sad right now. Finally gets the pass away to Gilmore. The tight end comes away with it. 2 for 2 on the day for Winning. Offset I, fake to Jaquiz Rogers, who signed with them in the offseason. He gets the pass, and he goes inside of the 15-yard line. Now 1st and goal from the 2. A quick throw to Jacoby Jones, and he is into the end zone. So far, our defense has not looked very good. Struggling at stopping the run, getting no pass rush, and our secondary can't hold up for that long when you get 0 pass rush. On 3rd and 2, Tyler Starr in on the sack. He's one of the guys competing for a roster spot with the undrafted free agent. Winning down the field though. It's intercepted by Robert Alford into the end zone, and he'll take it out, trying to see what he can do. And I guess he can't do very much on that play as he is down at the 1-yard line. From the pistol, from basically the goal line, give goes to Freeman. He's able to get us out from our own goal post. Nice to see. Now on 2nd and 10, and Renfree breaks one sack, not able to get away from the second as the Ravens are back on offense. Under 1.5 minutes left across the middle of the field, and Justin Forsett playing some wide receiver, able to pick up a nice chunk. 2nd and 9 for Winning. Pressure gets there, but he gets the throw away to Gilmore. He's brought down by Sproul and Robert Alford, but it is now a goal-to-go situation. Give goes to Jaquiz Rogers, but he gets into the end zone, not brought down by Ronaldo Golden. But now into the second half, Winning a deep drop across the middle. He finds another tight end, this time Kellen Winslow, a player who the Ravens signed in the offseason, under center for Winning, and he throws and finds Brown, and he is just destroyed by Browning. A very nice hit. So it is 2nd and 5 for Winning. He moving in the pocket, and it's intercepted by Desmond Southward, a guy trying to start at free safety. He's got a chance, but he's got to show me something, or I do have a plan B in mind. But now Tommy Boyette, and he just sort of hesitated there, and he doesn't pick up the first down as Connor Shaw has moved up to 3rd on the depth chart. Across the middle, a great throw, and a very nice catch in traffic by Boyette. From the pistol, give goes to McClendon. Trying to get to the outside. A great block from Carroll, and he goes with a nice spin move and is close to the first down. Not enough though. Now throw to Boyette once more. Another nice catch in traffic. That's nice to see. Like to see and make some people miss. 3rd and 6 to the outside. Artis Payne. He makes a move and doesn't get to the end zone. Right there, you just got to run and dive into the end zone or something. You don't have to make a move. 2nd and goal from the 12 though. It's intercepted by Pruitt. A poor throw and a very bad route by Holland. Like I said, he is another very raw receiver. Not the greatest hands, not the greatest route runner. So that is something to keep in mind when you watch him. But down goes Winning. Stanley Maponga in on the sack. He didn't do a whole ton last year, but that is nice to see as he will be our backup left end. 2nd and 9 for Winning. As going for a screen pass, not able to get it away. Tremaine Landrum, I think I said this earlier, 340, a monster defensive end. Make that a defensive tackle. Winning breaks a sack in the end zone, but he's finally brought down. A great play from Maximilian Hatcher. He is 300 pounds, and he's very quick for his size. He has some nice pass rushing moves, but not much else, so it'll be interesting to see what he's able to do. A poor throw right there. 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Throw to Jaquiz Rogers. He's going down the field. He's finally brought down by Desmond Southward. He's done a nice job making open field tackles so far. 3rd and 3 for Winning. All day to throw. All day. Not what you want to see. Jacoby Jones into the end zone. You can't give a team that much time to throw. Even a backup quarterback will take advantage of it. So now Myron Mims into the game. And he misses Artis Payne, nowhere even close to the receiver. A very poor, once again, run route. Mims from the pocket, down the field, and that is a complete duck. And it's intercepted by Rooks to the 30-yard line, actually the 29-yard line. And that will pretty much do it for that game as we were blown out. Kelsey Quarles, a partial MCL tear. He's out for 7 weeks, so a couple of injuries, mainly to the guy lower on the roster though. Back at home in our all-black uniforms, trying to bring these back, especially with the new stadium. Falcons don't really wear these anymore, and I don't exactly understand why. 1st and 10 though for Matt Ryan under center. A quick throw to Julio Jones. He fights forward, picks up the first down, a gain of 12. 1st and 10 for Ryan once more. A throw to the outside for Roddy White, who, like I said earlier, his speed has really decreased and he's still got to fight for a job. He might move into the slot. That might be where he's better suited. Our offensive line falls apart once more. But he might be better suited for the slot with the lack of speed and just be a guy who's really a strictly possession receiver. You don't rely on him for anything more than a couple of yards per catch. Alex Smith, though, driving with the Chiefs offense, he has all day to throw once more. And he steps in the pocket. He finds Jamal Charles into the end zone. One thing to keep in mind with our defense, Jermichael Pruitt, our number 1 pick at number 8 overall. He's a very talented player, very athletic, very big, but his pass rushing moves aren't very refined yet. So he's got to work on that if he really wants to become a consistent pass rusher. Once more though, Tamba Hali this time brings down Matt Ryan. Our offensive line has really struggled so far in the 3 games. Down the middle of the field though, passing game starting to get a little open. A nice throw to Harry Douglas. 4 wide set on 3rd and 5. Throw to Julio Jones. I'm not sure if that was a complete drop or if Smith got a hand on it, but either way, 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Alex Smith runs right into a sack by Rashid Hageman. His first sack of the day, 2nd of the preseason. Give goes to Devontae Freeman, trying to get to the outside. He breaks 1 tackle, fights forward. A nice job right there, showing some strength. It is now 2nd and 10 for Freeman, trying to get to the outside. A great block by Hankerson. Down the sideline, backups are in once again, and he's able to pick up a very nice gain. It is from the 13-yard line, Renfree, and Hankerson almost makes an incredible catch, but he's not able to hang on to it. So we would settle for a field goal. Chase Daniel from the pocket steps up, all day to throw. It's intercepted by Robert Alford. Another nice play from Alford. I like to see him being aggressive and just making plays on the ball. Both of the guys competing for the nickel spot have 2 interceptions, but terrible throw right there. Nowhere. Artis Payne had a little bit of a step, did not get him the ball, did not throw it over top of the defense. It is now 3rd and 4 though for the Chiefs. Across the middle for Albert Wilson. He breaks the tackle down the sideline, finally brought down by William Moore. He's a guy in a little bit of a position battle with Kamal Ishmael. William Moore definitely has the lead as he just has the seniority, and he played pretty well last year, but just trying to maybe light a fire under him. 1st and goal for Niall Davis. He goes and is able to pick up a very nice gain inside of the 4-yard line. From the 4 across the middle, and no touchdown yet. A nice play in pass coverage by Marquise Sproul, and the Chiefs will settle for a field goal. Devontae Freeman trying to get to the outside. A great block by Artis Payne, still blocking. That's very nice to see, and a nice play from Devontae Freeman. Across the middle, and what a catch by Payne in traffic. Very nice to see. I had real questions about him coming into this, and now Harry Douglas, but I had real questions about Artis Payne. When I drafted him, I was very disappointed. He was a very low overall, not quite as fast as I was hoping for, and his skills weren't quite where I was hoping. But it's nice to see him making the plays that I wanted him to. Now, probably one of the last plays of the first half, down the sideline to Harry Douglas out of the 43-yard line. We'll run the ball one more time, try and get into field goal range, and we will down to the 35-yard line. Darren Kenny with a 52-yard field goal. Give goes to Niall Davis. He's brought down by Scott Keith, a undrafted free agent cornerback out of South Dakota. We hadn't really heard much from him so far. Desmond Southward brings down Harris, the 6'7" tight end, a guy I considered signing but did not end up signing. You'll see who I did, and he's competing with Levine Toilolo, but a nice throw right there. Our pass coverage and our run defense really have both struggled. I was hoping for our defense to play a little bit better, but that's tough to stop. Once DeAnthony Thomas gets to the edge, there's almost no stopping him. Artis Payne, though, he's got some return ability at 6'4" with some nice speed down the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 48-yard line. A very nice play by him. 7 minutes left as Connor Shaw's into the game, and the give goes to Quayshawn McClendon. He fights forward. He's able to pick up 5 yards. A very nice run after catch. So now Shaw, a great catch by Harry Douglas, a nice block. He's into the open field, and he's into the end zone. He dives in to make sure, as that is a very nice play. Now going to tie this game up at 17. Shaw, he finds Payne across the middle. He has really impressed me. I've really liked what I've seen from him. Now Chase Daniel from the pocket, and he's brought down by Maximilian Hatcher. He's played very well, making a couple of nice plays in the run and a couple of nice sacks. Down the middle of the field, and there's Ed Dixon, the guy I brought in to compete with Levine Toilolo. That's not a great first impression as he went up, could not hang on to it, and it ended up being intercepted. A pretty crazy play right there. Now Davis not able to pick up much there. It is now 3rd and 4 as we are into the 4th quarter, and Tremaine Landrum in on the run stop. That's something that I really felt like he would be better at coming in, especially at the 340 frame. Can't mention that enough. But Myron Mims missing a wide open receiver on a slant. That's something you cannot do. 1st and 10 to Davis, and a pretty hard hit as we do have an injured player. Was a Chief though. But now give goes to Anthony Thomas. He's into the open field a little bit. An incredible open field tackle. Nice to see from, I believe that was DeWitt Clay. So now Desmond southward as Anthony Sherman is into the game with a couple of Chiefs running backs getting hurt. Myron Mims gives it to Quayshawn McClendon. A nice spin move, and he fights for it, picks up the 1st down. That's good to see. He might be a guy that we try out a little bit on kick returns just to get him some playing time. And now down the field, that's a throw you have got to make. Hankerson had beat his man. You have to put that ball on the money. Quayshawn McClendon, though, up the middle of the field. He picks up a nice gain and the 1st down. 1st and 10 for Mims. Throwing, and it's intercepted. Intended for Boyette and picked off by another Boyette, as that is the Chiefs Boyette, John Boyette. So now 2nd and 4. Mims has a chance for a touchdown, and he misses the receiver again. His accuracy is just such a pain to watch. Now final play, and that is a very fitting way to end this game, and a fitting way for Myron Mims' career as a Falcon to end, as we have to cut some players. Myron Mims was the first one I did. I had like a little chart of positive and negative plays by players. Everything, all of his plays were negative. There was not one positive from him. Kelsey Quarles gets put on the IR, as he's just a guy I want to stash. Markeith Holland, he would be cut as he had not shown me much. And then I cut Roddy White. I have to cut someone else because they don't count an injured reserve guy as an actual cut. But we would go back out and sign him. I pretty much want him on a 1-year deal with no guaranteed money on his left on his contract. It was easy to cut him. It cleared up some cap space, and it just made it easy to get him to go. So now Carroll Felton in our final preseason game. He breaks one tackle but is laid out, working with the first stringers. So now Devontae Freeman also working with the first stringers down the field, and Larry Donnell finally gets open and makes a huge play. A 43-yard gain for Larry Donnell. Been pretty quiet in the preseason. Carroll Felton, though, he fights, still going, and they say he scored. There's his touchdown right there. A very nice play from him. This is Taylor White, the #1 quarterback picked in the draft at #5 overall by the Tennessee Titans. I guess to be the quarterback of the future, but a missed throw from him. 2nd and 9 down the field, and Matt Ryan's pass is intercepted by Clemens. He makes a move and is down at the 36-yard line. Our passing game really hasn't been very impressive up to this point, but that is Shane Vereen, another guy who came over in the offseason for the Tennessee Titans. Titans added a lot of players, including Bruce Irvin and Justin Durant, into their team during the offseason. Now from the 5-yard line on 3rd and goal for Henney, as the backups are into the game, and that is a nice pass rush from Marquise Sproul. He's very athletic, but he's had some lapses in coverage. So now Sean Renfrey's pass is caught, a very nice play. Under center is Renfrey, 3 wide set for him, and he throws, finds Artis Payne on the curl route. He picks up 15 yards. Now from the pistol, Sean Renfrey fires to the outside, touchdown, Harry Douglas. He's playing a little bit with the second teamers, as this is one of the games where I experimented with Hankerson on the outside and White in the slot. But a different White, he goes down. Maximilian Hatcher, once again, he's playing incredibly well, doing a nice job of getting a lot of pressure. To the outside for Ed Dixon, and he's finally into the game making a play. He makes a very nice play, fighting through and picking up a 1st down. 3rd and 3 across the middle. Payne hangs onto it, breaks the tackle. and it's down to the 31-yard line. Under 2 minutes left from the full house set. Give goes to Freeman, trying to get outside. He breaks one tackle to the 10-yard line, pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. A nice run by the former Florida State Seminole. Chad Henne from the pocket, taking a shot downfield and nearly intercepted by Golden. That would have been his third on the preseason. Instead, it was incomplete. 1st and 10, nearing the first half and getting some pressure in this game. Finally, that is Sidney Orr. Have not heard his name yet. Another very athletic defensive tackle who he's not very good in the run game, but has some nice pass rushing moves. A nice forced fumble though by Landrum. Wide open is Walker. He gets it and fights forward. A nice play from Delaney Walker. 2nd and 7 for Henne. A lot of time throwing it, runs out quickly. He breaks one tackle, not able to get away from the second. Desmond Southward and Maximilian Hatcher. He's playing incredibly well in this game also. And down goes Henne. Desmond Southward finally comes away with a sack. Had some nice pressure in this game. Connor Shaw into the game. He'll get the final 2 quarters of the preseason. A nice spin move by Felton. But like I said, without Mims, Connor Shaw will get the final 2 quarters. Kenny is on for the field goal. Kick away. It hits the crossbar. That's his first miss on the preseason. But the Mims cut. It was less Connor Shaw playing well, as a very nice hit right there from Shimbo. But it was less Connor Shaw playing well and more him not being absolutely horrible and doing nothing positive. On the play though to the outside, Maximilian Hatcher. That's like the 4th or 5th time I've said his name this game. Playing very well. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Across middle for Leonard Hankerson, but he loses the ball. Levine Toilolo can't scoop it up. Finally scooped up by Brown. He's down to the 34-yard line. Now from our 39-yard line, Henne across the middle for Underwood. He fights forward and is able to pick up a nice gain. Now from the 23 on 3rd down. Henne from the pocket. Pressure starts to get there. Ball is out. Malachi Goodman. He comes away with it. The floodgates are opening as Chad Henne is down. Our pass rush is finally starting to connect. 7 minutes left in the preseason. Pass to Hankerson across the middle. He hangs on to this one and picks up a nice gain. Connor Shaw drops back. Gets a quick throw to Artis Payne. He makes a move and he's still not down. He gets a block from Dixon down the sideline. 10-5. He's into the end zone. What a play. An incredible play from Artis Payne. Now Carroll Felton back on offense, fighting forward, breaks a couple of tackles, showing off some nice power. He's got a nice power-speed combination. So now down goes Colt McCoy. Our pressure is finally getting there. It took 3 games, but the floodgates have opened like I said. Down the middle of the field. Oh, come on. You got to pick that one, Kamal Ishmael. Instead, that is the final of the preseason. A very good preseason. We ended up going 2-2. Some of the standout performers were Maximilian Hatcher. As I don't have the stats for this, I lost the recording. It got corrupted. I'm sorry about that. Scott Keith would be cut. Mike Pollock would be cut. A very disappointing job from him. I thought he gave up a little bit too much pressure. Malachi Goodman, a guy I planned on keeping, but with the play of Hatcher, I decided it was better to keep him, who was a little younger. Levine Toilolo, I needed him to show me something for him to keep his job. Ed Dixon didn't show me a lot, but showed me more than he did. Now Devin Hester, I'm putting on the IR. His only really thing he provides is the kick returning, but I feel like he didn't do that much last year, and we can find someone who can at least do somewhat of what he can do. Jonathan Massaquoi loses his battle with O'Brien Schofield. Tyler Starr loses his battle with Bashad Browning. So now one more cut to make, and it would be Tommy Boyette. Once again, I put players on IR, but you gotta cut him for it to actually count as whatever, and we would go right back out and sign him to another deal. Just a 1-year deal once again, not a big contract, but I liked what I saw from him. And Desmond Southward, he did not overly impress me, and so I went out and signed a veteran, Charles Woodson. He got cut in the preseason, and he was sort of my backup plan I had, and I went out and signed him. He will be our starting free safety week 1. We opened the season against the Rams, but I thought our team was okay in the preseason. I didn't think our starters played very well, but some of like the players who really impressed me, Prince Shimbo impressed me, Artis Payne really impressed me. I was very surprised. Like I said earlier, Maximilian Hatcher, Tremaine Landrum played very well, along with Marquise Sproul, who had a couple of lapses in coverage, but overall I thought he played very well. But I'm very excited now for this regular season. I feel like this team has really improved, and we're ready to take that next step forward. I hope you did enjoy the preseason. This was a very long video, But if you did, please leave a like down below. Leave your comments on who you're excited for, what you thought of how our team played. I thought our passing game was a little slow to get going, but in the final game it really did. But I hope you did enjoy. I will see you for week 1 on the road against the St. Louis Rams, 'cause I'm out.